This is a rotation of consciousness and visualization practice. Let's start by bringing ourselves into Shavasana, the corpse pose. The aim here is to make yourself as comfortable as possible. If you prefer to have your legs extended, let's have some space between the heels and let the toes fall out to the sides. Alternatively, you might prefer to have your knees bent and the soles of your feet resting against the floor. And then just taking some time to refine our points of alignment in corpse pose. So let's start with the toes, scrunching them up tight, spreading them wide, and then just letting go. Relaxing the soles of your feet, relaxing your ankles, relaxing your calf muscles, letting them weigh heavily against the mat. Relaxing your knees, the kneecaps and the muscles at the backs of the knees. Releasing the muscles in the thighs. And then squeezing the buttocks tight for a few seconds before letting go. If it helps to lengthen the lower back by shuffling your tailbone forwards, let's do that. And you might want to broaden your upper back, shuffling your shoulder blades apart to let the space in between better connect with the floor beneath it. The arms a little away from the sides, space at the armpits, the palms turned up towards the ceiling. Let's draw the hands into fists, squeeze them tight, spreading your fingers wide, and then letting go. Relaxing your fingers, your palms, and your wrists. Relaxing your forearms and your elbows, your upper arms, your shoulders, and your armpits. Drawing the chin down towards the chest to stretch out the back of the neck, before resting the head back down. Taking a moment to loosen the jaw, maybe just giving it a little wobble, or having a yawn. And then scrunching up the facial muscles tight and holding for a few seconds, and then letting go, letting that tension melt out of the face. Letting the tongue relax in the lower jaw. Letting your eyes relax behind your closed eyelids. Letting your brow feel broad and smooth, and the muscles in the crown of the head and scalp, letting them relax and soften. And now observing the whole of your body, noticing any parts that are uncomfortable or tight or tense. And if you find a part of the body that is uncomfortable or tight or tense, send your breath there. And as you breathe out, see if you can let that part of the body soften and relax. Taking a long, deep breath in through your nostrils and sighing the breath out through your mouth, fully and completely. And breathing like this a couple more times, breathing long and deep into the nostrils and sighing your breath out through the mouth, letting your out-breath be an invitation to drop into the floor a little more, letting go of any physical tension you can feel. And then saying mentally, I'm relaxing my whole body, I'm relaxing my whole body, I'm relaxing my whole body. I'm relaxing my mind, I'm relaxing my mind, I'm relaxing my mind. And now, let your body go. And now bring your awareness back to your breathing, just observing your usual, normal, comfortable breath. Avoiding any temptation to control the breath, just letting it do its thing. Watching it rise, watching it fall. And as you breathe in, know that you're breathing in. And as you breathe out, know that you're breathing out. And here we are identifying the in-breath as the in-breath, and the out-breath as the out-breath. And as soon as we pay attention to our in-breath and our out-breath, something really important happens. We become present. In daily life, our minds are often elsewhere, and as a result, so are we. Maybe we're in a different place. Maybe we're delving back into the past. Or maybe we're projecting into the future. So we're not really there. But bringing our attention to the breath helps us to bring body and mind together and helps us to really be where we are. So the next time you breathe in, you can say to yourself, I know that I'm breathing in. And as you breathe out, you can say, I know that I'm breathing out. And doing so will help your mind and body to become one, to bring about the union of body and mind. And the word union is one translation of the word yoga. So breathing in, know that you're breathing in. Breathing out, know that you're breathing out. Using conscious breathing to feel more alive, to be more present, to live in the present moment. After all, that's where life happens. To help maintain your breath awareness, you might like to observe the qualities of your breath. For instance, you can observe whether your breath feels deep or whether your breath feels shallow. Remembering, there's no right or wrong here, so whatever you observe is absolutely fine. It's the observation that's the thing. You might notice the speed of your breathing. It might seem quite rapid. It might seem particularly slow. Again, you can't get this wrong. So let's just notice what's happening. You might notice the smoothness of your breath, or maybe it seems quite ragged around the edges. Or you might notice where there's movement in the body in response to your breath. Maybe you can feel the belly swelling, or maybe you can feel your ribs expanding and contracting as you breathe in and out. If thoughts arise, rather than resisting these thoughts and trying to suppress them, we can just let them go. And just gently steer our attention back to our breathing. And if thoughts continue to arise, rather than allowing yourself to become frustrated by this, just remind yourself that this is totally normal. This is what the mind does. It is restless by its nature. So let's accept this as part of the journey. And now moving away from your breath, take your awareness to the sounds you can hear outside the room, moving from one sound to the next, without becoming attached to any of them, or trying to work out their source. And now bringing your awareness to those sounds you can hear closer to you, sounds inside the room, but again, not becoming attached to any particular sound, or trying to work out where it's coming from. And now returning your awareness to your usual, normal, comfortable breath. Now let's move into the rotation of consciousness practice, which means moving our conscious awareness systematically around the body. As I name parts of the body, I'd like you to become aware of them and notice how that part of the body is feeling. There's no need to concentrate. There's no need to control your breathing. Just take it easy, listen to the instructions, and move with me. Just before we start the practice, say to yourself, I will remain awake throughout the practice. I will remain awake throughout the practice. And now, taking your attention to your right hand thumb. noticing how it feels. And then moving to your right forefinger, your right middle finger, your right ring finger, your right little finger, the back of your right hand, the palm of your right hand, your right wrist, your forearm, your elbow, your upper arm, and your right shoulder. Moving your awareness to your right armpit, the right side of your ribs, the right side of your waist, your right hip, your right thigh, your right kneecap, your right calf muscle, your right ankle, your right heel, the sole of the right foot, the top of the right foot, the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and little toe. And then moving over to your left hand thumb, your left forefinger, your middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. Being aware of the back of your left hand and the palm of your left hand, your left wrist, the left forearm, the left elbow, the left upper arm, the left shoulder, the left armpit, the left side of your ribs, the left side of your waist, your left hip, your left thigh, your left kneecap, your left calf muscle, your left ankle, your left heel, the sole of the left foot, the top of the left foot, your left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and little toe. And then moving up to your right shoulder blade, feeling it pressing into the mat, and then your left shoulder blade. Moving to your right buttock, and then to your left buttock. And then moving your attention to the base of the spine, and with your next in-breath, just moving your attention up the length of the spine through each vertebra until you get to the back of your neck, and then the back of your head resting against the mat. Taking your attention to the crown of the head, the right side of the head, and the left, and then taking your awareness to your forehead, and then moving to your right eyebrow, your left eyebrow, and your eyebrow center. Being aware of your right eyelid and your left eyelid, your right eye, your left eye, your right cheek, your left cheek, the tip of your nose, the right nostril, the left nostril, the upper lip, the lower lip, the chin, and the jaw. Taking your awareness to your throat, your right collarbone, your left collarbone, the right side of your chest, the left side of your chest, the center of your chest, your upper abdomen, your lower abdomen, your pelvis, your navel. Being aware of the whole of your right arm, resting heavy on the floor from the shoulder to the fingertips, and then being aware of the whole of your left arm lying against the floor. And then being aware of both arms together. Being aware of the whole of your right leg, being aware of the whole of your left leg, being aware of both legs together, being aware of the whole of the back of the body, being aware of the whole of the front of the body, being aware of the whole of the trunk together. and then being aware of the whole of your head together. And now being aware of the whole of your body, lying heavy and relaxed against the floor. The whole body together. The whole body together. And now bringing your awareness to witness your natural breath, observing each inhalation and exhalation through the nostrils. And now starting mentally counting down your breaths in reverse, beginning at 27. So, breathing in, breathing out, 27. Breathing in, breathing out, 26, and so on, until you reach 1, without making any mistakes. If you lose count, just starting again from 27. And remember, it's your natural breath, so there's no need to change it. Just counting each breath in and out. And now wherever you've got to, let's stop counting and leave the breath behind. I'm going to name some different objects and scenes, and I want you to try to develop an image of them in your mind's eye with as much detail as you can. And the first object is a burning candle. So let's create an image in the mind's eye of a burning candle, and noticing what you can about the image you've created. Maybe the flame is steady, maybe the flame is flickering. Maybe there's some background to your image, maybe not. Maybe there are some sounds that accompany your image. And now let's move on to create an image of an endless desert. An endless desert stretching off to the horizon. And now creating in your mind's eye an image of an Egyptian pyramid. An image of an Egyptian pyramid. And now moving on to create in your mind's eye an image of torrential rain. An image of torrential rain. Maybe it's something you've experienced in the past and you're drawing it from memory. Maybe it's something created completely within your imagination. Noting if there are any sounds or smells that accompany your image. A scene of torrential rain. And then moving on again to create in your mind's eye an image of a range of snow-capped mountains. A range of snow-capped mountains. Maybe drawing on your memory of a place that you visited, a scene that you've witnessed in the past, or maybe created completely from your imagination. A range of snow-capped mountains. And now creating in your mind's eye an image of a Greek temple at sunrise. A Greek temple at sunrise. And moving on again, this time to create in your mind's eye an image of a coffin beside a grave. an image of a coffin beside a grave. And now in your mind's eye, creating an image of birds flying across a golden sunset. A flock of birds flying across a golden sunset. And maybe there are sounds that accompany this image in your mind's eye. And now in your mind's eye, creating an image of red clouds drifting. Red clouds lazily drifting in the sky. And now creating an image of a cross above a church. An image of a cross above a church. And moving on again to create an image of a star-filled night sky. A star-filled night sky. And now in your mind's eye, creating an image of a full moon. An image of a full moon. Moving on again to create an image of a smiling Buddha. A smiling Buddha. And now moving on to create an image of a deserted beach, with waves washing against the shore of this beach. And as you look at the image you've created, noticing as much detail as you can, noticing where in the world this beach might be, maybe somewhere tropical, maybe not. Noticing the time of day, maybe noticing whether the waves are just lapping against the shore or whether they're crashing against the shore. Waves breaking on a deserted beach. And then turning your gaze to look out to the restless sea. The eternal, restless sea. And now, drawing your attention to your natural ingoing and outgoing breath. Feeling your abdomen rise as you breathe in and fall as you breathe out. And now returning your awareness to the whole of your body. The whole body lying heavy and relaxed against the floor. And now starting to visualize the room around you and becoming aware of the position of your body in that room. Becoming more and more aware of your surroundings, but keeping your eyes closed for now. And then starting to wake the body up, bringing some movement into the fingers, some movement into the toes, circling at the wrists and the ankles, bringing the feet together and the arms into the side, palms facing down. And as you take your next breath in, lifting the arms up overhead and stretching as far back behind you as you can, pushing your heels in the opposite direction. And then as you breathe out, drawing your knees into the chest and giving them a hug, rocking from one side to the other until it's time for you to roll over onto your right. And when you're sure that you're quite wide awake, sitting up slowly and opening your eyes, the practice is complete.